Good evening and welcome to the 16th episode of The Sheepish Magpie. I'm Carolyn and I'm coming to you from northeast area outside of Toronto. And as you can see, it's dark. It's 6:45. The little ones are in bed and I have to head out shortly to get my older kids. But for now, the house is a little quiet. It's only my husband and I and the two dogs wandering around and the cats are somewhere. I'm all ready for cozy times tonight. I'm going to put on the fireplace, put my feet up, have a cup of tea, and do some Christmas knitting. So excuse me, I'm definitely not fancy today in my sweatshirt. We went to the gym this afternoon with the girls, and I had a workout and a little run and a hot tub, and it has made me pretty mellow. We grabbed some dinner out. We went to a Mediterranean place and grabbed some takeout. I had a chicken fattoush salad. And we quickly bathed the girls and put them into bed, and I thought I would start on this video. So in thinking about showing you what has come in the different yarn advent calendars to date, I think I'm going to break it up over the next few days because it's quite a lot. And so right now I'm going to show you what has come so far in the Canon hand dyes in the Outlander calendar to date. And when I started putting all of the yarns together, I realized it was so much yarn. And so I thought, let's break it up into a couple days to show you what has come so far in the various different boxes, rather than show it to you all at once. And my husband is my biggest yarn supporter. He's always so happy for me to get yarn. Really, he thinks it's quite a good, wholesome activity, and he sees how much joy yarn brings to me and how much joy knitting and crocheting brings to me. So he's so supportive. And when I mentioned that Miss Babs, which is one of my favorite dyers, had a new club for 2019, and I did participate in the 2018 club, I said, I'm really thinking about signing up. It's a fair amount of money, but I enjoyed it so much. And he said, darling, he said, you just got 4 yarn advent calendars in December. Like, you have a lot of yarn right now. And I thought, when the enabler says no more yarn, maybe it really is time to work through my stash for a little while before signing up for another few packages. I do have a yarn subscription to Biscot yarns, the sock club, and I'm going to keep that, and I'm definitely keeping my little box of crochet monthly subscription, but I think that's it, and I think he's right that I should work through some of my stash. I also bought 5 sweater quantities of yarn recently on a really, really good closeout sale at designer brand name yarns.com, and they had some mill ends of Quince & Co. And I couldn't resist. The prices were too fantastic. So I bought 5 sweater quantities. So he's correct. I actually need 0 yarn. And you can see one of my yarn cabinets behind me. And it's one of 3. And I have some bins. So clearly I am not wanting for yarn. So I think he's right. And I think I'm going to sit this one out. And if something in the club is just so fantastic that I can't part with it, I'll just try to hunt it down a little bit later. So without further ado, this is the yarn that I have gotten so far from the Outlander Canon hand dyes yarn, the advent calendar. So there you can see. So really nice assortment of rich, rich colors. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with this yet. I saw some really nice scarves, and they were knit kind of on the horizontal so that you kind of got long stripes of them, and I like that idea to show off some of these colors, so I might do that. Today's Canon hand dyes yarn is, for number 16, is this glacial bluey gray. How interesting. And it's called Column. So really neat. I like that. So let's move on. Let's move on to the Renaissance Miss Babs calendar. This is day number 16, and there's something else in here. And today it's like a little ribbon candy kind of candy. I think it may have had more of a design, but it looks like it kind of has suffered a little bit of melting. And today's color is this gorgeous russet color, and it's called Giotto. So I like that. That's kind of the color my hair used to be, but I cut it all off a little while ago just to kind of be a bit more natural. My hair grows so fast that I always had roots, and I had it dyed red for the longest time. It was long and red, and I love the way it looked, but it only looked that good for about a week, and then it looked kind of in between for about 4 weeks, and if I didn't dye it right away, it looked terrible for 2 weeks, so I cut it all off. I've now got short hair, and I'm growing it out long again, but I do miss my red hair. I just wish that it was easier to keep up. But anyway, moving on to day number 16 in the Escher colorway. And trying not to make too much noise with these bags. Same candy again, a little bit melted, but I think it was a flower at one point. And this one is called Metamorphosis, and it's a really nice deep charcoal, almost black. Moving on to Little Box of Crochet. I have my book here to show you somewhere. And a very colorful assortment today. And today's project in number 16 Christmas trees. Really cute. So I'm going to get going on those pretty soon. Moving on to the lemonade shop. Number 16. And a super hot pink. I love it. What a fun color. Definitely destined for something for my daughter. And there's also some glow-in-the-dark stitch markers. You know, all that knitting that I do in the dark. Cool. Moving right along to the Atelier Cologne. I think this is going to be another little cologne bottle. That's what it feels like. Indeed. And this one is a clementine. So, oh, you know, you would think that an orange-based perfume could be quite cloying and oversweet. I have to say their blends are amazing. And it is so, so nice. I can imagine using that like fresh out of a shower. It's very summery, and not cloying or oversweet at all. I really don't like sweet perfumes. As I've mentioned before, I have a huge collection of perfume, and I've really never gone towards some of those sugar bomb ones, or it's too much. They make me feel kind of nauseous. So with all these fruit scents, I was concerned that they wouldn't be very neutral, but they actually are lovely. They almost remind me of that old 777, which had very citrusy but wasn't overly sweet. I have a bottle of that old cologne, and I still enjoy it today. But anyway, these are super super nice and well balanced and not too sweet. That would have been kind of the easy tack to take, but that's really nice. So pleased with that. The thing I am going to show you is what came in the mail today, and it was Sunday, and Canada Post like never delivers on Sunday, but the local gal in town, I guess she had quite a few packages this time of year, and she delivered it to our house today on a Sunday in the afternoon. And so what came today was my last installment of the Miss Babs Travel Club, and the theme for this month is, for this quarter, is New York City. So we have done a fair number of different ones around the world, and the tour was, you know, they come with these little booklets that have little kind of what kinds of things to eat, an alcoholic drink, kind of what you would do in that town, and then they also include the pattern. And the pattern today with this one is called On Fifth. And I have to admit, I did peek ahead to the spoiler threads on Ravelry for this one. And I was really, really hoping that I would get the color that I got. And I will show you that color. And the color that I got is this gorgeous purple. Super nice. It's lace weight, and it's a lot of yardage. It's 1,200 yards, just over 1,000 meters. And it is just gorgeous. Purple can be, it's either divine or like a little bit cloying. I know I've used that word twice today, but that's how it feels to me. And this is just so lovely. I think on camera it's showing up a little bit more vibrant than even in real life, and it just reminds me of lilacs, just gorgeous, or even wisteria. Just really, really lovely purple, and so I'm really glad to have gotten this color. The blue that came is not as tonal. This is almost variegated with the different colors, but the other one was a much more solid blue, and blue is not my favorite color, and I'm glad that I didn't get that one. One of the other months there was a gorgeous gray that I wish I had gotten. I got a more variegated color, but they've all been really terrific, and I'm going to miss this club for sure. So they also included a little coupon that you can win I think they do a new subscription every year, and they pick a winner. And then they also included these stitch markers, which is a little yellow cab and a Statue of Liberty and an I Love New York stitch markers. I don't know if they're going to show up or not, but that's what they included. So really, really sweet. And then they also sent along a little snack, and it was some apple chips. So Big apple chips. Sounds pretty appropriate to me. So that's all I have to show you for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow, and I hope that you will come by and take a look at my video tomorrow. I'd appreciate any likes or even subscribe to my channel. Keep me going, and that would be terrific. I hope you have a terrific night. All the best, and happy Sunday. I hope that your Monday tomorrow morning is filled with good things and not dread, and I hope that you'll join me tomorrow night for day number 17 of the Advent calendars. Bye for now.